US President Donald Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, has declared that Russian President Vladimir Putin has been consistently frank in their private discussions, arguing that any viable resolution to the Ukraine conflict depends on Washington fully understanding Moscow's strategic objectives and non-negotiable red lines. Speaking during a weekend interview on Fox News, Witkoff reflected on his repeated diplomatic engagements with the Russian leader. He emphasized that, despite public criticism, his assessment of Putin's approach remains unchanged. According to the Envoy, the Russian president has been direct and unambiguous in outlining what Moscow seeks and what it will not accept in negotiations over Ukraine. Witkoff noted that he has met with Putin on 8 separate occasions, a fact that has drawn scrutiny from critics. However, he defended the necessity of such contacts, stating that diplomacy requires clarity about the other side's motivations. In his view, meaningful negotiations cannot proceed without a precise grasp of Russia's long-term goals and its perception of security boundaries. The envoy underscored that understanding does not equate to endorsement. Rather, he framed it as a practical prerequisite for progress. He argued that durable agreements emerge only when each party comprehends the political calculations and strategic pressures facing the other. Without that foundation, talks risk collapsing under misinterpretation and mistrust. Witkoff also raised the possibility of a high-level meeting that could reshape the trajectory of the conflict. He expressed hope that proposals recently presented to both Moscow and Kiev might pave the way for direct engagement between President Putin and Ukrainian leader Vladimir Zelensky within the coming weeks. While no concrete arrangements have been finalized, Witkoff suggested that such a summit could potentially expand into a trilateral format that includes President Trump. He indicated that discussions are ongoing and hinted that developments may unfold in the near future. According to Witkoff, the diplomatic groundwork laid during recent rounds of talks has produced what he described as meaningful forward movement. These remarks follow his leadership of the American delegation at the third round of trilateral negotiations involving Russia, the United States, and Ukraine, held in Geneva. After those meetings concluded, Witkoff characterized the exchanges as constructive, though he stopped short of detailing specific concessions or agreements. Ahead of the talks, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov had made clear that territorial questions would occupy a central place on the agenda.